Hey, Emmanuel, how are you doing?
Good man. How you doing?
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You talk about obviously when you were coming out of college, undrafted. Probably a lot of people maybe didn't expect you to even get a second contract.
Right.
So I guess what were your emotions and how satisfying was it? That was real validation. How far you've come.
Yeah. I mean, it's very satisfying for sure. From a kid from Greensboro, North Carolina, I got overlooked even going into college. Everyone talked about my weight, about how small I was, and I couldn't fit in college. Then I went to college and did what I had to do and was able to make it to the league. Unfortunately, I didn't get drafted, but it only motivated me more. And it's just a blessing to even be here to be talking about another contract.
Hey, Manuel, how are you seeing yourself fit in this scheme? And I mean, obviously, we've seen your ability to play outside, inside. Do you fancy one or the other that you could really flourish in for the 49ers?
No, not really. Just whatever the coach asked me to do, I'm just gonna go out there and give it my best ability, and just make the best of it.
Emmanuel, when people talk about you, they mention your toughness and your fearlessness. So where do you think that comes from?
I would definitely say my dad, like just growing up the way I was raised, he's always taught me to be tough, uh, and I've just been like that ever since I was younger. Like I said, I wasn't always the biggest kid, but I always had the heart.
Emmanuel, how do you see yourself moving forward, especially with Jason Verrett on the opposite side? Why was it important for you to come back to the 49ers?
Why was it important for me or Jason?
Both you and what do you see going forward with him?
Oh, I just think that it's very important. This would be our second year playing against across from each other, so that's big. Just getting that connection. Jason brings a lot to this defense, and I feel like I can bring a lot to this defense, so that'd be good going forward.
Hey, Manuel, congrats on the new deal.
Thank you, man.
What do you think the difference, just scheme wise, between D'Amico Ryan's and Robert Sala would be, just as far as aggressiveness goes?
Honestly, I don't know. I have not talked to D'Amico about scheme, so I'm looking forward to whatever he brings.
And Emmanuel, going to your second contract with the 49ers, what are your goals going forward?
Just to continue to get better every day, get 1% better every day. Do not get complacent at all. Complacency is not a place for in this place. So just get better every day, and try to win a championship.
Manuel, it looks like you're at the facility. Have you seen some teammates around there over the last couple of weeks? And just kind of what's the vibe that you're kind of getting from your teammates for going into 2021?
Uh, yeah, I've seen a couple teammates. I think that everyone is ready for this year. Everyone is out here working hard. So, like I said, we're ready for this year and ready to attack it.
Hey, Emmanuel, they obviously still have to add more cornerbacks. Did you? I assume you don't get any assurances like you're going to be a starter. Is how do do you just assume you're going to be competing for a starting spot, or I don't know? Have you gotten any indication what your role might be?
No, I haven't gotten any indication. I'm just gonna go out there and whatever the coach asks me to do, I'm gonna do it, and I'm just gonna compete.
Emmanuel, when with Jason Verrett coming back, just what have been some things that he's shown to you, maybe behind the scenes, as sort of a respected veteran that you could apply to your craft as a team professional?
I'll say Jason Verrett. He's very good of watching film on the other guys. He's very detailed, so I can definitely implement that in my game. So I'm looking forward to working with him this year, and he's helping me improve my game.
Emmanuel, I know Trent Williams and Kyle Juszczyk are not on your side of the ball, but the fact that the 49ers are working to kind of build that roster back up again and go forward, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel good. Those are two guys that we need on our team, especially on the offensive side. Trent Williams, he's a great guy, great character, especially in the locker room, and Juice as well. Those are guys that you need, and their play on the field is spoken. So excited to get them back.
All right, we'll do a couple more for Emmanuel.
Hey, Emmanuel, your first start. I remember before your first start, there was all this talk about Odell Beckham was going to light you up, and you didn't have a chance. And obviously, you had a very good game, and I think he had 2 catches or something. But did can you just, if you can remember, kind of your feelings going into that? Did you? I assume you had a lot more confidence than outside observers. And did that game, I don't know, serve as a springboard for your career that you really could do it if you didn't already have that belief?
Yeah, I would definitely say a lot had to go with Sherm. Sherm, he did a great job of talking me up before the game. Like I said, we watched film. He put me on certain keys. So I was always confident going into the game, but that definitely did help me jumpstart my career for sure.
Man, you mentioned just watching film with Jason Verrett. How important is that? Just the mental aspect, and how much of a realization, or I guess, did you know how important that was coming into the NFL? Was that a wake up call for you?
I would say in college you watch film, but it's not as detailed. So when you get on this level and you see guys really homing into that and watching hours and hours and hours and hours of film, you really start to see how important it is. And when you see it translate to the field, it makes you want to jump on board. So like I say, when I saw Verrett doing that, it only makes me want to do it even more.
All right, last one, guys.
You've talked a little bit about in the past about what a great mentor Sherman was for you. What is it going to be like just if you're following in his footsteps in that starting role on that side of the field? And just how much did you learn from him over these last couple of years?
I've learned a lot from him, man. Like I say, in the film room, on the field, and just as a guy. So what he would tell me is just be yourself. Don't try to be him, just be myself.